Hello everyone. In this episode of 3 People Talking About Watches, the latest 4131 Daytona version of Daytona version. This is a Le Mania Daytona. The Le Mans Daytona is related to the 24-hour. A racing style. A commemorative model, the Centenary, and the Le Mans Daytona, is a big difference from the ordinary 4131. That is, there is a red 100 on the ceramic ring. Right, it's also a commemorative model for the Centenary, and the new model 4131 has a metal border on the ceramic ring. And the entire watch, the Le Mans series, is a version of precious metal. So, the version of C factory. Its weight is incorrect, but its workmanship is definitely the best. The best among toy watches. So what will people say? Just wait for C factory vs factory. Right now the C factory has also come out. It was supposed to be released last year, but it was postponed until March. Let's take a look. In fact, the earliest version of the Le Mans series, some factories have already copied it, which has been launched. This is a QF factory. Let's directly compare them. It's a very direct feeling. It's the glass ring. The connection between the middle is very obvious. Isn't this white line? The C factories is very good. And very transparent, right? The difference in workmanship is very obvious. It's obvious, in terms of details. The ring mouth is almost the same. This one has been used for a while. The bezels are more or less the same. In fact, in terms of color, the West factory is slightly darker. This red color, but the West factory is more in line with the version. Okay, this is the second difference. The third is about the 2 factories. If the West factory is out, then I would definitely recommend this Shichang factory. There was no choice before. We had to settle for the second best. But the QF factory's workmanship is also quite good. Of course, QF factory is more professional. It's specialized in counterweights. Okay, it's some counterweight models. Well, the West factory doesn't produce them. The difference is mainly here. As for the movement, this watch was made last year. I don't know if it has a real 24-hour timing function. The Shanghai 4131 modified to 4132. It does have a 24-hour timing function. This is a version of Le Mania. Has a 24-hour function. The other 4131 models only have 12 hours. Friends who are interested can take a look. And then, why is it said to be a Shanghai movement? You can see the card degree on the balance is reversed. So this is a Shanghai movement. Then let's take a look at the workmanship of the entire watch. This is an AR steel strap, right? The AR factory is the subcontractor for the steel strap. So the buckle and the strap are made of 94 steel. And its polishing is very good. The so-called polishing, which is the chamfering part of the watch, and some details, such as the gap between the parts, right? This Le Mans has a code of 273, okay, which is different from other steel bottom styles. The buckle is still very crisp. Okay, there are gaps. But the gaps are all normal, right? It fits very well. It fits very well. Let's see, other brands. Also from TF factory also does a good job, but compared to the C factory, there is a little gap, right? Including some logos. There are still differences in details. This QF is also good, but it's from the West factory. Now it's all about the best. It's from the West factory. Let's take a look at its workmanship. This is one. It's a Paul Newman dial, right? Its design style. And the dial. The dial and the studs. There are no flaws. The quality control of the West factory is good. Of course, if you meet an artist, the original version from the Swiss factory, you can find some flaws. Well, the axles are all well made, right? Let's look at other factories. The other factories' middle axles are not as good as it. Look at these 3 small brands, and the middle one. The West factory is smaller, which looks more delicate than the entire watch case shape because it is a mold model, so the case shape and the size, so you don't need to worry about them. Just loosen it down, and the head pops out. Just wind it up directly, right? This is a timing function. Don't open it usually. Some people may think it's just the watch doesn't seem to be moving, right? Which is annoying and want to open it. They think it's a second hand. It's not. It's a timing function. The one below is a second hand. Which is its second hand, right? It rotates once. One rotation is 1 minute. Okay, and these two are for timing. Press it again after opening to pause. Press it again to turn it on. If you are opening the movement, you pull it to the last time adjustment gear. It's paused, right? For the previous 7750 movement, or some watches with problems. It won't stop, okay? Click it back and it will continue to run, and then pause. The lower right corner is the reset button. Okay, that's the whole function demonstration. Then, it's time adjustment. Reverse the adjustment to reverse the movement. The positive strip moves forward. The workmanship of the entire movement is quite good, right? If you want to compete with the original in polishing, it's impossible. The movement of the entire movement is about 70 hours. The pictures above, these logos and lettering, are all better than those of other factories. I won't compare here. Just listen to me. The workmanship is quite good overall, except for the wrong weight. Everything else is a ceiling existence. It's the Daytona from the Western factory. Of course, some people may ask, has produced a counterweight version of Daytona? No, there is no counterweight version of Daytona, or all the Rolex series, or other series. None of them. Okay, that's all for this issue.